Hello, my name is Michelle Keane from Knocknagoshel in County Kerry, and I'm running as an independent candidate for the Castleisland electoral area in the upcoming Kerry County Council local elections in June. And I'm asking you to vote number 1 for me, Michelle Keane. Fine Gael sucks. It's a case of another one bites the dust, another one bites the dust, for what seems to be a roller coaster of a ride now for Simon Harris. To round up the truths, after Minister Josepha Madigan retires and leaves the sinking ship of Fine Gael to go back to her former job as a solicitor in advising TDs with their personal injuries claims. Madigan's political career will best be remembered for her contribution to the Swingate scandal, where, in my opinion, the ill-advised legal advice she initially gave Fine Gael TD Maria Bailey in relation to her personal injuries claim against the Dean Hotel, in my opinion, which backfired on both Maria Bailey and Josepha Madigan, with her losing out to Helen McEntee as Minister for Justice role and being demoted to Junior Minister instead. By all accounts, there are no swings or slides in Simon Harris's playground within the new Fine Gael government. I'm just back from the campaign trail from canvassing, and the one thing I keep hearing is we need change. And voters are now saying this time they're going to really scrutinise every candidate and spread the vote around. I myself have canvassed over 4,000 houses now at this stage, and I've got a huge education from the people, more so than any degree I've ever accomplished in my lifetime. People are kind, people are decent, people are doing the best they can just to survive in this country. But I believe in a society where people can thrive and not survive. They want change and they want a voice in local government to speak up for them. They don't want to see you once every 5 years on your doorstep looking for their vote. They want you doing the job they signed you up for. They're sick of fake smiles and false promises. They now want action. Rumour has it that in Griffin's Bar in Keele, Castlemaine last night, that someone said that the first phone call Simon Harrison made was to Brendan Griffin, asking him to cancel his retirement plans and offered him Eamon Ryan's job as Minister for Communication. I don't know how true that is, but if someone said it in Keele last night, you can take it nearly as gospel that it's only a matter of time before this will happen. This, however, will not be good news now for Bobby O'Connell in Castleisland, as it's back to the good old-fashioned canvassing door-to-door for him for the local elections. The live debates now will be very interesting when Bobby will have to prove why he claimed for a housing conference in Kilkenny in October 2016, which included a Wednesday overnight stay. In a claim submitted to the Regional Health Forum South, Councillor O'Connell said he left his home on Thursday morning for a meeting in Tralee. Kerry County Council later confirmed that Councillor Bobby O'Connell had not disclosed details of meetings attended with the Regional Health Forum for 2016 and 2017. Councillor O'Connell, Bobby, told RTE Investigates that he travelled to Kilkenny on the 19th of October, but he'd received an urgent phone call regarding a family emergency and had to return home at 4 a.m. Bobby O'Connell later said that it was not his intention to go to the meeting in Tralee on the date in question, but because he was at home and because the family issue was resolved, he attended the meeting and then returned home and then went back up to Kilkenny on the evening of the 20th of October. In my opinion, it will be now a very difficult task for Bobby to furnish hotel receipts and toll receipts that may have never existed in the first place. But sure, look, the phone records won't lie, and maybe that will give Bobby the clarity he needs to put this matter to bed once and for all. Or maybe indeed give the great people of the electoral area of Castleisland the clarity they need to decide whether or not to vote for Bobby or not. Sure, look, it's all to play for now. In my opinion, this cobbled together Irish cartel of a government, including Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil, Sinn Féin, Labour, the Green Party, the Healy-Rae dynasty, the People Before Profit and the Social Democrats, are heading into electoral meltdown in the local and European upcoming elections, not to mention a general election, which is now only hours away from being called on. Resignations now, in my opinion, are a little too late, with only 8 weeks from polling day for the Irish people, and they are now faced with the task of electing 959 local councillors. This cobbled together cartel of an Irish government can't hide from the electoral now. The Irish people are sick of them in power after allowing undocumented Nigerian, Albanian criminals who have raped women and tortured children, in my opinion, scum of the earth, into our beautiful country, while profiting from the Irish state by renting out their properties to let them in. The ballot box will now give it up to these politicians that come knocking on their door for their vote. The Irish people won't be fooled any longer, and write them off at your peril. Why are our nursing homes being closed down and reopened to accommodate these, in my opinion, undocumented criminals, these scum of the earth asylum seekers? Why have we very little accommodation left now to cater for our own elderly citizens in our society? We should be ashamed of ourselves to treat our old Irish citizens like this, who gave us everything and who we owe everything to them. Not to mind, we are an ageing population and losing facilities to these undocumented criminals, scumbags in our country. The general election needs to be called immediately. When you hear Leo now saying at an EU summit this morning that it is now crucial for the bloc to be able to reach a conclusion on calling for a ceasefire in Gaza, leading to a two-state solution. He said we need weapons, ships and aircrafts, he said, adding that although Ireland is neutral, it should be part of the bloc's plans. Is there no end to Leo Varadkar? I ask. We need to drain the swamp and make Ireland, along with the electoral area of Castleisland, a nation once again. Look, lads, it's all to play for. I know I'm up against it, but we need strong, hard-working and passionate Irish women now to build this country back up again. Irish women rock. I, Michelle Keane, am keen on my county, and I'm asking you to vote number 1 for me, Gaurav Mila Mahagat.